guys? My name is Alex. I'm the owner of Gintani, and I'm here today to talk about this beautiful SVJ I got behind me. This car came into us to get our full F1 system. A lot of you guys know and have heard our system. It sounds absolutely insane, like an old school 90s Formula One car. This system was designed to make power, be efficient, and all around just a perfect product. We've gone through extensive testing and trial and different designs to get what we really wanted. We've taken out headers off the cars. I've tested the volume of how much volume there is in each header to make sure that our system is actually perfectly equal length compared to everything else on the market. I know it's been a huge craze and there's a bunch of companies out there trying to do the same system, make the same sound, and you know, nothing but luck to all of them. We had a customer that we sent out a full F1 system to down in the Philippines, and they just sent us a video of their car on a third-party dyno jet. Obviously it's in the Philippines, nowhere close to us, and have sent us some shots of the car on the dyno and third-party dyno numbers. So we're gonna post this up for you guys so you guys can finally see what our system does, how much gains we create throughout the whole power band, and how efficient the system is on a car that's actually maxed out from the factory that people claim can't get any more power. So check out these videos and check out the dyno graph. And if anybody has any questions or doubts about our system, feel free to call us. I would love to explain everything about our product and make you feel comfortable that you're getting the best product on the market. Have a great day. What's up guys? So today we brought down the 488 Ferrari to Specialty Z. Specialty Z, as you guys know, Sebastian and all the guys, we've been coming here for a very long time. We've been friends for a very long time. Every time we make a product or we do a car and we want to get some rear-wheel drive dyno jet numbers, we always come down to their dyno and use their dyno to get our numbers, third-party numbers, because everybody always wants to see third-party because, you know, 90% of the time nobody believes you. So today we got the 488. It's got our full upgraded turbo setup. So what we do is we take the factory turbos and we literally grab them, take them out, throw them in the trash. We don't grab them and take them apart and put a different wheel in it, none of that. I hate factory turbos. They're constantly breaking on stock cars, and then once you give it a little bit of boost, the axle shaft just snaps in half and you find your turbine wheel sitting in your exhaust. So there's a bunch of complaints about these cars. Also, as I had mentioned to you guys before, we're really gonna get deep into the Ferrari market starting next year. That's our goal. I wanna really focus on that market since there isn't a lot of tuners out there for Ferraris. And now that the younger generation is, you know, starting to grab Ferraris and they wanna play with them and go fast, our goal is to, you know, put the first Ferrari in the 200s at the half mile at Jxxpsinnxr and all the other races. So hopefully we'll be picking up our own either 488, F8, or maybe even SF90 soon. But today we're here with this car. We've already done our upgraded turbo kit. So what we do is we make full Zona turbo interligated turbo replacements. We get rid of the factory turbo, we redo all the piping. This one's running on 91 and methanol injection. It's just like a street setup. You could obviously run it on race gas if you want. We're just kind of scared because we don't know how much the rods could take at this point, and we're not trying to measure that on a customer's car. So we're hoping this car puts down over 800 horsepower to the wheel on the dyno jet, and we're looking forward to making a lot more of these kits and make them available for the customers to put on their Ferraris. For the 488, the F8, the Pista, and the SF90, they all most use like the same engine setup. So it's gonna be really easy for us to do this, and we have all the tuning under control. So let's go check out this car. Let's do a couple pulls and see what this baby can put down. What's up, guys? So we brought the 488 back to the dyno jet after we took it to the shop. On the way home, I realized I wanted a little bit more power and torque coming in. Felt really lazy on the bottom end. I was trying to keep the motor safe like I told you guys earlier, but after looking at some of the logs and the dyno graph, I realized we got a lot more room than what we were actually giving it. So we took it back to the shop, did a couple dyno pulls over there, made some changes, and then on the way here, we made some changes too, driving it around, put it on the dyno, got a couple pulls out of it, but it sucks because we maxed out the map sensor. So we're gonna have to go back to the shop now, put bigger map sensors in it, and finish it up. Now, we have a more tamed file that we could just give the customer the car with and he could go out and have fun, but it's too lazy on the bottom end. And we want to get some good 60 to 130 times and so on with this thing. So as you guys could see, the first time we came in, the green graph is where we were at, and the torque and the power on the bottom end was extremely lazy. I wanted to keep it very safe, but obviously this car can easily take, 700, 750 wheel torque coming in around 5,500 RPM. Well, we pushed the power band and torque band all the way to the back so we don't stress the rods out. So we were able to do that, and we had a huge jump in power and torque in the bottom end and the min rate, as you can see over here. But the problem is once we start getting up top, where we were able to make about 900 plus wheel on our dyno, but load differences and different weather and stuff like that makes a huge difference in what the car makes in boost. So as you guys can see over here is at like 5,500 RPM. That's where we want to put our peak torque, so we can let the rods rest and not put too much stress on them on the bottom end. Once you get everything moving, you could put the torque in. Before, when we left here at like 5,500, we're making like 522 foot-pounds of torque, which is really little. The car was being really lazy on the street. It didn't feel good. So now we're back. You can see the torque gain from before to now. I mean, before we were at like 530. Right now in the same area, we're at like 760 foot-pounds of torque. 715 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel and 761 horsepower. So before, at the same area, we were making 556 horsepower and 522 foot-pounds of torque. Now we're making 715 foot-pounds of torque and 761 horsepower. That's basically where we want all our power coming in, because when you're racing half mile, so on, 60 to 130, when you do your gear changes, you don't fall back too much in RPM. You're always staying above 5,500 to 6,000 RPM through gear changes. So we don't need any of that power or torque coming in like a lot of people bring it in down low, and they make it feel like the car's extremely fast. Meanwhile, that doesn't do anything to you. It just stresses the crap out of the car, creates a lot of heat. So this is like the perfect dyno graph. So once we got the whole map sensor thing figured out, this car is going to be a rocket. And we had to basically make some more changes. We're maxing out the map sensors, but we're going to change the map sensors, put some bigger map sensors in this thing, bring it back, and I promise you guys we'll be cracking over 900. This car's on 91 meth with a like 2-gallon mix of E in there. We put the E in there because you never know what kind of 91 you're going to get in LA, so trash ass fuel. So we put a little tad bit of E in there, but I think it's a pretty good mix. If we put this car on race gas, like 109 or even 110, I mean, it's good for over 1,000 horsepower, no problem, but to the wheel. But we're also, again, we don't know how far we can push these rods. I'm pretty comfortable where we're at right now, so we're gonna go back, put the map sensors in, get this thing dialed in, bring it back here one more time, get you guys that 900 plus number, finish off everything, and that's basically it. So check it out, check out the car, check out our stuff, and thank you for watching.